Hello, 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 Aries. How is everybody doing? Welcome, welcome. So I am Patty if you're first time here, and welcome to Intuitive Tarot Reading, and I also do intuitive coaching if you ever need that. We are doing the week of the September 28th through the 4th for Aries. Woohoo! Almost the end of the month here. It's crazy, I'm going to tell you, with the Mars retrograde and the moon and everything going on in the planets. It's crazy. So get ready, hold on to your hat, and here we go. Wow. No, you're kidding me. I was going to pull this. I'm going to make sure it's the right card because this was actually, I just did this with Capricorns. So sometimes the energies are pulled and sometimes they're not correctly. So I've got two energies out. I have Ghostlands and Spirit of Place. So we're going to actually read one of those there. See if there's any other energies Divine would like to share with us for the week of the 28th through the 4th for Aries, please. Is there any other energies? Are these the two energies? Looks like we got two energies here. I might be reading both of them too. So Ghostlands, that's sort of pretty self-explanatory, but a lot of people enjoy the reading, I guess. So I'm going to do that. So we have two energies, Ghostlands and Spirit of Place. So we have number 17, which is 8 in numerology. Sorry, I've got some downloads coming in here. So we have, whenever you set your sights too far ahead, you run the risk of losing your footing. For rarely do the present and the future match up exactly on the enchanted map. That's the name of this here. The enchanted map, that is your life story. The future has no substance right now. It is a place that has no grounding as of yet. So you can't live there yet. You can take measured steps toward your goal or your dream, but these steps are important now. So just making sure that you're actually planning, but not really living in the future. A lot of people try to live in the future, and that does not work because we only have now. Even the divine only has now. So there's no time on the other side. It's just now. If you can figure that concept. So we have Spirit of Place. Our ancient ancestors believed that every place has a spirit looking after it or embodying it. Just as we have a soul, the plants, trees, birds, mountains, and rivers have their own essences. That's energies, pretty much. When the Spirit of Place arrives in your reading, it says that the answer to your query is in the overarching theme of your circumstances. So is your question about struggle? The answer is to relax and let go of your need to control the situation. A lot of us have that, right? So if your inquiry relates to finding love, then embody love rather than long for it. Once you find the essential truth and the underlies your question, then name it. You'll discover that the answer you've been asking, your greatest power, is your authenticity, which is very true because all of the answers we have in us, or we already have them, but do we want to listen to them is the question. A lot of the times we're like, well, yeah, that's what the divine says, or that's what my intuition says, but nah, I'm going to go this way, and then we regret it, right? So we a lot of the times do that. So thinking in the now and also remembering that you are your destiny for all your answers. And if you don't have them or if you can't see them, you just sort of have to ask a bunch of questions. Is it love that I'm looking for? What is it that I'm trying to get? Ask the question, what and why am I trying to do what I'm doing right at the moment? So that's a lot of it. And a lot of the times with Mars in the mix of everything, you may not get your answer right away because Mars is conflicting and he doesn't want you to know. It's almost like the good devil and the good, the devil and the angel on your things. It's like, yes, go for it. It's going to be great. It's going to be wonderful. No, you don't deserve it. You think you're all that. You're not in the bag of chips, that kind of thing. So that's where that's at. So let's see what the cards have to say for the week of, the 28th through the 4th. All right. Let's see what the first card out was, though. So the Knight of Cups, something is coming in a message. Something is on its way. Also very focused on what this message is. There is some meaning to this message that is coming. Again, make sure it's in the now, whatever that message is. We'll find out who it's from. We have the Queen of Pentacles, which is in relation to a lot of money, as far as she's really strong and knowledgeable about career, about finances, about money. She's very wise at how she spends it, how she manages it, that kind of thing, which would be a really big thing because you can have, ooh, she's right in the middle. So there's a message coming, something about money, career, school, work, something to do with your future, like this says. Thinking in the now. So somebody's trying to get you to think too far forward, but it is actually going to come to fruition if you can actually see it, because the next card out was the Magician. You're manifesting it. Your desire, and you're hoping for it, and whether you're praying about it, meditating about it, it's coming. It's coming. So there's a couple of things I'm thinking. Oh, okay. Wow. So we have the King of Swords. So the King of Swords is about authority, finding the truth, getting to the truth. Like, he is really, it's almost like a detective. He's going to get to the bottom of the truth. And then we have the Knight of Swords right after him. So something is coming in fast to find out the truth of something. And the Magician is right on the other side. So somebody's manifesting. Somebody's trying to bring out the truth. And we got the Knight of Wands is communication. Now, the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Swords came in side by side. So there is going to be an event here that is actually going to, there's actually an event that's going to be coming to you that's fairly quick, because you've got the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Wands. One is like a I don't know if you know anything about horses, but that I grew up with them. So when a horse gallops, it's going really, really fast. Boom, boom. Like it's going like at wartime when they're headed to the other side. Whereas the Knight of Wands is like, okay, let's go. We're headed there. It's sort of like, yep, So there's a little bit more slowerness to it. So it's going to come fairly quickly, but not at a full bore. And whatever this message is, or whatever this is coming, it has something to do majorly with truth and a lot of communication. I don't know if somebody's coming to you to share something with you that is good news. We'll find out here. Or if somebody's coming in to share the truth with you about something that has to do with the now. For example, it may not resonate with anybody, but for example, if somebody were to come to you and say, and I don't mean this to be bad, it's just, again, in the retrograde, everything's about fact and truth, is like if somebody came to me and said, hey, Pat, the guy that you're dating, we found out that he's sort of broke, and that he wants to date you because, he thinks he can get some money from you or something like that. That would be my friend walking to me in truth, giving me a message. It might be hurtful, but it's actually not, because it's actually saving me a lot of money, but also a lot of headache and heartache. And then also the truth with Mars coming in there. It's actually sort of a conflicting message, like, because it's conflicting to me with my emotions, but also it's not, because it's saving me money. So it's a very conflicting emotion, like, dang it, really? Seriously? But the other thing is, on the top of that, is that I have to thank my friend, don't shoot the messenger kind of thing, because she's trying to protect me in my now, or man, or whoever that would be. So that's a sort of a hypothetical, but that happens a lot in my life coaching. We actually, see that a lot of guys are into games, and if they can find a way to manipulate and get something, and women can do the same, don't give me any messages, but most of the time it's the guys. They know how to manipulate, get what they want, and then move on. And that's a lot. Some of it has to do very sexual. So, you know, they know how to get you to get on that and get what they want, and then they're gone. So that's something that could be part of this. So be really mindful of watching the red flags this next week, whatever it is. I don't see a couple or anything in here. I don't see that yet. But be really mindful that if it is, to be protective of not only your heart, but your finances. And stop giving people things that they haven't earned yet. You know, like people buy, oh, let me buy that for you. Oh, let me buy that for you. And before you know it, you're buying stuff for them all the time. Oh, so we have the Justice card. I didn't realize that that was in there. So something to do with paper, something to do with signing something, something to do with, doesn't have to be signing. But we got money in there. Truth and money. This could be a divorce situation that's in the now, in the present, to be mindful. If you aren't sure what you're signing, if you're doing any kind of house papers, any legal papers, documents, and you just don't understand them, and you're like, just sign here, but there's a lot of writing. No, you need to take it home or ask an attorney, because this is huge. This is huge. Yeah. This could be life-changing. Oh, dear. Okay. So the Knight of Swords again. The Knight of Swords. Here we go. Where'd he go? Oh, excuse me. We got the King of Swords. I got the Knight of Swords. I said, why isn't he on a horse? Oh, it's been a long day. Okay, so we have the King of Swords. King of Swords again. Double. I knew I saw him before. So there is something deep. Be your detective. Be your own detective. Don't be afraid to ask those questions. Don't be afraid to go for it, because something is not right and you need to make sure, because whatever you're doing right now is going to protect you in the future. Yeah. In the future. The Two of Wands is all about looking towards the future. Remember, the Ghostland said to look into the future, but don't look so far into the future. And that's what this is. This is just planning. This is something that you're doing right now and planning for yourself right now. That's what you're doing. Okay. And again, we have the Page of Pentacles. And the Page of Cups, another messenger. Somebody bringing something of the heart again. Something. Then we have the Hierophant, and we have Mother Nature, I call her, but it's the Empress. She's more nurturing. Hierophant. They gave me too many cards. I focus in on the cards that they actually asked me to look at. And then we have to make sure that we are taking care of ourselves. Need to be really make sure that you're taking care of yourself through this, because it is very stressful, whatever this is. It will pass. Of course it will pass. But whatever this is very stressful right at this moment. And again, I really do think that something is not right, that there isn't some truth in some paperwork somewhere. Even a certificate. I hear the word certificate. I don't know what that would mean. It's sort of like people, like fake IDs, fake passport, fake driver's license. I'm getting that energy. All right. So make sure it's not fake, whatever it is. Wow. Yeah, so this energy is the end of the month. Now as the new month comes around, yep. I can't make this up. I cannot make this up. Justice. Justice, justice. And somebody will, you know, if you believe in karma, it works. For us, if you know, like, vengeance is mine, says the Lord, That really, really works. Trust me, I could tell you some supernatural stories about that one too. 10 of Cups. Awesome, awesome. 10 of Cups is the most beautiful picture, rainbow ending that you could ever have. Yes, because whatever it is, if you do your due diligence right now, as far as checking in, dotting your T's, dotting your T's, crossing your T's, dotting your I's, and everything's going to work out wonderful. You're going to have the blessings. You're going to have the whole picture. You're going to have the peace, the tranquility. You're going to have the calmness. You're going to have the whole shebang. So please make sure that you take care of yourself through the stress through the last of the month and the beginning of the month. And now this might be coming, either has started to come in, or it is here, or at the end of the month, like the 30th or somewhere, this is going to happen. Oh. And what I'm hearing is, for some of you, it's going to be very unexpected. So I don't know what that is. Sort of be like my divorce. Didn't know I was getting divorced. Didn't know he was unhappy. Had no clue. Landlord called me at work and said, "Hey, are you guys moving? Because you just signed a lease." And I'm like, no, I have no plans of moving. Well, Malcolm's leaving. It's like, what? That kind of a message. Like, but this could be a good message, but I have a feeling it's probably something to do with legalities and papers and school or work or something. Could be signing for work. I just see a paper signing. I don't know what that is. All right, Aries. So this is your reading for the 28th through the 4th. I hope you enjoyed that. Usually, if people are on, I'm very happy for them to come in and say hello or ask a question. But there isn't anybody today, so that's okay. Please go ahead and hit the subscribe. If you hit the subscribe, hit the bell. I am going to be doing a live reading for the 1st of October, talking about the retrograde, new planets coming in, little astrology, also doing a reading with that. So if you hit the bell, you'll know when I'm on. I just haven't put that on when I'm going to be there yet. So I probably will log that in later today or tomorrow morning when I do that. I got to talk to the divine about that. So yeah. So hopefully share, like, and subscribe. Watch some of my videos on empath, life as an empath, or the spiritual growth. And I will see you the next time on the 5th. All right. Take care.